What's up? It's Monday somewhere in Ontario, and we're doing a day early because I gotta work tomorrow. So, welcome to a new episode of 2 Drink Minimum. Today we're gonna go over a few things, some reviews, some news coming up on new releases and stuff like that, and a little bit of my thoughts on the state of collecting hobby-wise currently in the market, and so on. So, let's get cracking. First off, I've had a chance to spend the weekend playing NHL 17, the new EA Sports game. Not bad. I'm liking it. New modes are pretty good. The franchise mode now allows you to basically control everything about your franchise, from the cost of beer in the stadium to maybe even relocating your franchise if you get the chance to do that. So yeah, a lot of fun. Another new mode they've added in is the Draft Champions mode. It sounded a little weird to begin with. I wasn't quite sure what the heck it was all about. But basically the way it works is it ties into your Ultimate Team mode. You get a draft round. They give you like the base core of your team. And then you get 12 rounds to draft whichever players you want to add on there. So you can do it by themes as well. The first time I did it was, the theme I chose was All-Star Alumni. And amazingly, it was like options of, do you want you want Eric Lindros, Brett Hull, Cam Neely, you want Curtis Joseph in net? Like, it was staggering, the team I had. And then I got my ass kicked the first game. But a lot of fun. You can do different themes like under 23, European players only, North American players only, Canada players only. So lots of replay value there. You basically play through 4 rounds of a mini tournament, and then you get cards you can transfer over to your Ultimate Team mode, which will eventually help, hopefully, because my Ultimate Team right now is pretty poor. But yeah, liking the game a lot. The graphics are really good. There's obviously the pundits who will sit there and say, oh, it's just an $80 roster update. But no, they've really put some work into it this year. Like I said, the franchise mode's a lot of fun. I don't play to be a pro because I can't get into that. And playing online, I just get my ass kicked every time. So, but single player, franchise season mode, they've got the World Cup now, so you can actually take one of the World Cup teams and play through the tournament for real. So yeah, I'll be playing a lot more of that later on after I finish the show today. So yeah, if you're a big fan of hockey, obviously, if you're from Canada, yeah, you probably are. So definitely worth checking out. If you have EA Access, you can get a 10-hour trial just to try it out and see what it's like. For those who don't have EA Access, I highly recommend it. $5 a month gets you unlimited full play of all the old sports titles, as well as new trials for all the new ones coming out. Like I think FIFA 17 is the current trial that's running at the moment. Coming out this week, new on DVD, second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie's coming out. I watched the first one, not bad. I was a bit of a Turtles fan growing up. I remember walking down to the comic book shop on DeCary Boulevard. Took me like 45 minutes each way just to buy the first issue of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic book, which, God, I wish I still had. It's worth a fair bit now. Also this week, for sequels, Neighbors 2. I still haven't watched Neighbors 1. Anyone who's a Seth Rogen fan, likes those kind of goofy college comedy, dirty humor movies, probably check it out. I heard it wasn't bad for a sequel. New releases game-wise this week. We're getting the... I'm not sure if the expansion for Death Star comes out for regular Joes this week or not. I think it's just for those who got the $80 season pass. But that is coming up soon. I spoke about it briefly on the last episode about the 3 stages. So looking forward to that. Gonna have to practice up on Fighter Squadron before I do my trench run. Also this week, I believe the second episode of the Batman Telltale series is coming out. So I'm pretty psyched to play that. The first episode was a lot of fun. Anyone who's a fan of the... Should we get down? Anyone who's a fan of The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones Telltale games would probably get a kick out of it. Obviously, Batman fans are the same. So that will probably be popping up on the Xbox and PlayStation Store this week, most likely for around, I think, $6 for the episode. 5 episodes in total, no ETA for the episodes 3, 4, 5, but they'll be coming out eventually. Next up, we're going to talk about casting. I mentioned last episode about the teaser video that Ben Affleck had posted about Deathstroke for the Justice League movie. They've now confirmed, more or less, the casting for that role is Joe Manganiello, as I considered it would probably be. Good choice. He's certainly got the size, based on him in True Blood playing Alcide the werewolf. He was the runner-up, obviously, to Henry Cavill to play Superman. But I heard it was a combination of his True Blood contract, and Zack Snyder recently went on record saying that he saw a more innocent look in Henry Cavill's face that fit for Superman rather than Joe Manganiello. But Manganiello would have been a good choice for Superman too. The guy's like 6'5", 220 when he's not like jacked up, so I can only imagine how fucking crazy he's going to look when he plays Deathstroke. Another rumor I've heard about the Batman movie is that it's going to be set totally in Arkham Asylum, which would be an interesting twist. Nicely would tie into the video game. Obviously, the Batman Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight series featured the Asylum heavily. So that would be kind of a neat twist and a change of pace for the series to go that route. But we will see. Not a lot of information yet regarding that, but rumors are always fun to kick around and figure out if they're true or not. Also onto the casting news, the Deadpool sequel, as you saw from the teaser clip at the end, that it's going to be Cable will be the villain in the new Deadpool movie. My personal choice for this would be Stephen Lang. I know he's an older guy, but he looks the part. And after the success of that Don't Breathe movie, which I still want to see, I think he'd be a really good choice to take the role. They're probably going to go with somebody younger. They usually do. But my 2 cents worth, put that guy in the movie. He'd be great. What else are we doing today? Okay, yeah. A little bit of a rant, in a way. The state of collecting nowadays, in regards to how much the damn stuff costs, is getting ridiculous. I remember in 2004, I remember back in 2004, 2004 Hasbro released their vintage original trilogy series card back figures. For those who don't know, they basically made super articulated sculpts of all the original characters that came out in the 70s for Star Wars with the original 70s card backs. Fantastic looking figures, great card backs. I, for a while there, had them all on the wall in the cave in order of release, a whole mural of them. It looked amazing. But yeah, back then it was, obviously inflation. But back then it was 10 or 12 bucks for a figure, maybe 15 tops, and you got the super duper card back and figures with like 35 points of articulation. Now, Hasbro's decided they're going to go back ever since Force Awakens launched. They've gone back to the Salt Shaker figures that were 10 bucks a piece. Then Walmart came out with their exclusive Black Series line of super articulated figures, which started off at around the $15 mark, which I thought was like, okay. Shoddy, well, not shoddy packaging, but really basic, black box, window, see the figure inside it. Nothing really fancy like the original card backs were. Recently, though, I don't know if also because of inflation, but the damn figures are nearly $20 a shot now. And, you barely get anything with them. With some of the vintage figures, you'd get like 4 or 5 accessories with them and the whole 9 yards. But now it's like, you're paying $20 a figure and you're not really getting a lot for your $20. Add to the fact that the vehicles, like I think Poe Dameron's X-Wing fighter was $80 fresh off the shelf. And I watched one review where they were like saying that the wings were made of like this really shitty rubber and were basically just like going, dropping down. Like X-Wing's supposed to look like that. Well, whatever. But yeah, shitty quality, higher prices. They're not even like, the collectors my age are probably a minuscule percentage of the population who buy these things. They are designed for children, Ages 4 and up, like my dad always said. But, still, put some effort into it. I mean, if you're going to charge us $20 a figure, when the 6-inch figures that are super articulated are $24 now. So it's literally a $4 difference between 6-inch, 3.5, 3.75 inch, and you're not getting anything for your money. The added insult too that I recently saw was the new AT-ACT is coming out. They released an AT-AT in 2010 as part of the Saga series that was just fucking phenomenal. Like, the thing was bigger than Chewie. I remember when I put it together and had it standing up, Chewie was like, this difference in height. The thing was amazing. It was $120 I think I paid for it, but no regrets at all. They still got it on display in the cave. But now they've got the AT-ACT, the all-terrain armored cargo transport, that has, apparently you can use your smartphone to make it walk. It comes with like a Jyn Erso figure, an AT-AT driver, and a droid, and it shoots Nerf darts. Woohoo! $279.99 retail price. Are you out of your fucking mind? $300 for a toy that I don't seen photos of it. It doesn't look anything nearly as good as the one that I paid $120 for 6 years ago. How the hell is anybody going to afford this? Much less, how is anybody even going to justify paying that much for it? They're probably going to be on clearance in the friggin' Walmart discount aisle after about 2 weeks for probably about $50. There is no way in God's green acres I'm going to pay almost $300 for an inferior plastic toy. If I'm going to pay that kind of money, I'm going to like sink it into a Hot Toys figure or something like that that's going to actually have some value down the road. Which leads me to my next point. Hot Toys figures. I have 4. I've seen collections online where people have 400. It blows my mind. These things, when they come out retail, are close to $400 at least. In some cases, $400 US, which up here in Canada with our monopoly money means mucho dinero. Yeah. I have not bought one since, when was the last one I got? 2013, I think. I bought the Dark Knight Armory, and that cost a shit ton. I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's a great piece. I love it. I wanted a Batman figure for my collection since they first announced the original DX Batman from like Dark Knight Rises or Return or Dark Knight, whichever one it was. So I finally got one. Haven't bought anything since. Been looking at them. Love the look of the figures. Like, there's a Han and Chewbacca set coming out for Force Awakens. The sculpt on the face for Harrison Ford looks absolutely phenomenal. Chewbacca's got real fur. $500 US. I did the math. I didn't do the math. I pulled up a website that did currency conversion. If you translate that to Canadian dollars, with taxes, with shipping, you're looking at $745 Canadian for 2 figures. Basically, I'll admit it, they're basically Barbie dolls for boys, but $725. I'm sorry, that's a mortgage payment. I like my house. If I don't have my house, I don't have somewhere to put my shit. So why would I drop a mortgage payment on basically 2 dolls that are going to sit in a glass case? I mean, don't get me wrong, if I had the money, I would do it, but this whole hobby, they are pricing people out of the game with these prices. I remember 3 or 4 years ago, I ordered the Hot Toys Superman figure. I paid $250, I think it was, Canadian, taxes and shipping in, and now the Hot Toys Batman v Superman figure is $239 US. I mean, come on. It's frustrating because obviously, in a perfect world, I'd have a load of these figures. You can't afford them. when you're looking at like, $240 US is the average price for a figure. If you don't buy them on pre-order or get them like day one or like within the first few days that they're out, good luck. They're going to be on eBay, like the Joker 2.0 that came out originally for $299 US or 299 Canadian, 350 US, whatever. It's now going for like $1,200 on eBay. It's fucking ridiculous. And then, I don't know. It's a gripe I've got. Like I said, if I could afford them, I'd love to buy all of them. But at the prices they're at, not unless I win Lotto Max or like someone starts donating Hot Toys figures to my channel for me to review. Otherwise, it's just a no starter. But yeah, there's some people, obviously they can afford them. I've seen photos online. I'm a member of some groups on Facebook where the guy's like, oh look, I got home from work and look what's here. And it's like Nightmare Batman, Ben Affleck Batman, and Deadpool figures waiting there. I'm like, that's like easily $1,000 right there. Who knows? Maybe someday I'll win the lottery and I can have a whole wall of the Avengers and all the Dark Knights and you name it. But for now, no. I'm gonna have to graciously decline. Anyway, rant over. Anybody who agrees with me about the pricing of this stuff, feel free to chime in on the comments section. I know my buddy Brent, once in a while, will splurge and get himself a figure here and there. So, doing it slowly. There's other guys, I read one thing, some guy on eBay put in so many bids on so many Hot Toys figures that if he won all the bids, he would bankrupt himself. Like, it's almost like a crack addiction. It's ridiculous. But, I like watching the reviews online. Clipper King, big fan of his. He always has really good reviews of the figures. But actually buying them and having them in hand, probably not going to happen for a while. Anyway, on to something, I was going to say on to something a little bit more positive, but another death in Hollywood. Charmian Carr. Probably not many of you know who that is. For those who do, or for those who don't, she was the Elvis Von Trapp sister or daughter, sister, whatever, same thing, in Sound of Music. She just passed away at age 73. Complications from dementia. Sad news. I remember her song in Sound of Music, the I Am 16, going on 17. But sad news, she passed away today. So, yeah, Hollywood is getting their ass kicked by death again this year, as I have pointed out numerous times. But, yeah, and we're still stuck with Kanye and the fucking Kardashians. I don't know what to say. I'm still willing to offer up Kanye if you give us back Prince and Bowie, but, what can you do? Anyhow, as for the rest of today, I'm going to do some more playing on hockey, NHL 17. I got my franchise mode going. I'm going to try to check out the new Tom Hanks movie, Sully, at some point today, if I get a chance. Then I will post a review. I'm off Friday, so we'll probably do, it's going to be a weird week. It's going to be a Monday-Friday episode, probably. And hopefully by then I will have had a chance to play the second episode of Batman. So I will get a review up for that. And we'll go from there. Anyway, the dogs are currently staring at some squirrel out in the backyard and are about to lose their minds. So on that note, before they start barking their butts off, I will say adieu for now, and we'll see you next time for another episode of 2 Drink Minimum. Have a good one. Take care.